If you find yourself thinking about the same goal for months, or even years, without taking meaningful action, pay attention. This is not about a lack of ambition. It is about a mental process that keeps you locked in place. You have the intelligence. You have the vision. Yet, progress remains a concept, not a reality. This is not an issue of capability. This is an issue of execution. And once you understand the mechanism at play, the feeling of being stuck starts to make a different kind of sense. Many intelligent people experience this paralysis in private. You can articulate your goals with impressive clarity. You can explain the steps required. Still, you live with a quiet frustration, a sense of watching your own potential from a distance. Let me explain why that is. You use awareness as a substitute for action. You do not simply have an idea. You analyze it from every possible angle. You research. You strategize. You build complex mental models of how things could unfold. You map out dependencies, potential obstacles, and ideal outcomes. You believe this exhaustive preparation is the foundation for success. This habit of deep analysis feels productive. It engages your intellect, which is a place of comfort and strength for you. You are rewarded with feelings of insight and clarity. Each new discovery, each refined plan, feels like a step forward. Here is what is actually happening. You are getting the mental satisfaction of progress without taking any of the real-world risks. Analysis becomes a safe, intellectual proxy for doing the work. The problem is that awareness does not create momentum. Insight does not build a business, write a book, or change a career. It only illuminates the path. You spend so much time studying the map that you never start the journey. The act of knowing becomes so satisfying that it quiets the need to do. Action feels messy, uncertain, and inferior to the pristine clarity of your plans. When you spend enough time in the realm of thought, the real world starts to look crude and unappealing. This creates a deep-seated resistance to leaving the safety of your own mind. Awareness without action reinforces the loop. This is where the cycle becomes difficult to break. You are self-aware enough to see that you are stuck. You might even identify the pattern of overanalysis. You say to yourself, "I know I need to just start." But that very awareness becomes another layer of thought. You begin to analyze your own paralysis. You research productivity methods. You read about procrastination. You listen to stories of others who broke through. You are now analyzing the problem of your analysis. You are using the same tool that created the trap in an attempt to escape it. This is why just knowing you are stuck changes nothing. Your mind treats your inaction as another interesting problem to be solved intellectually, not a behavior to be changed. Over time, this loop strengthens. Each cycle of inaction, followed by self-aware analysis, deepens the groove. The gap between your intellectual understanding and your real-world progress widens. This creates a quiet, internal dissonance. You are a person who understands complex systems, yet you cannot seem to move your own life forward. The frustration builds, but it is a quiet, contained frustration. It reinforces the belief that the problem is uniquely complicated, requiring even more thought to solve. You become an expert on your own stagnation. Staying stuck offers a hidden emotional payoff. There is a reason this pattern persists. It is not a flaw in your thinking. It is a feature that serves a purpose. The loop of analysis and inaction protects you from something you fear more than stagnation: exposure. As long as the plan is in your head, it is perfect. It cannot fail. You cannot be judged. The moment you take action, you expose your idea to reality. It might not work. It might be criticized. It might reveal that you are not as capable as you imagined. Inaction allows you to preserve the ideal version of yourself and your project. You get to remain the person who could do something great, without ever running the risk of proving you cannot. This is the emotional trade-off. You sacrifice progress for safety. You trade the possibility of success for the certainty of not failing. This feels, on a subconscious level, like a form of control. While the world is chaotic and unpredictable, your internal world of plans and ideas is orderly. You are the master of that domain. By refusing to act, you avoid the messy, uncontrollable nature of reality. You maintain your sense of intellectual superiority at the cost of tangible results. The feeling of being stuck is the price of this safety. It is the quiet hum of a life unlived, a trade made in the silent moments of decision. The paralysis is not a bug in the system. It is the system working as intended, protecting the self from the perceived dangers of the arena. It is the cost of never having to find out.